Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel.
Hope you have a wonderful day. In today's video, we're going to talk about our dividends.
Dividend payment in January 2023. Yeah, we found out was just a few days ago you're checking the bank account. How come I got money coming in? We don't track our dividend payments often.
And now realizing the potential of this, and we're looking at this as a vehicle for us to replace our income, we kind of need to know how much is actually going in.
Yeah.
Now, because we invested in a lot of different ETFs, realizing it might be a little bit hard to track, so we figured it'll be easier on a spreadsheet format.
Yeah, it took me a long time to gather all the information because we just invest in too many different platforms. There are 5 platforms, and each platform we invested in different
code.
Yeah.
Different ETF codes, let's say. And
Different
beforehand,
products.
different products. And beforehand, it was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just try them all out, and realizing they all have pros and cons in each.
Some of them, like, they invest in the same thing and similarity as well. So after a year of trying everything, we focusing and we have changed our strategy. At the beginning, we were trying to invest heavily in those capital gain stocks or ETFs, but you don't really gain until you have to realize your profit.
In order for you to realize that profit, you have to sell your ETF. Which
once you sold it, and that's it.
Yeah, and which we're not wanting to do. Now we change our way of doing things is actually looking at the one that pay off the dividends, which is cash flow, the simple format. Because cash flow, the dividends, you have a lot of different avenue to utilize it. One, you can utilize it maybe to pay off your lifestyle, replacing your income, which is what we're trying to do. The other one would be maybe reinvested on a different product or reinvest it back to whichever product that you actually wanted to use. And then in the beginning also, it only trickling maybe a couple of dollars here and there.
Yes.
And I thought when first time receiving them, it's like somebody transferred money to our account.
Yeah, someone sent you money.
But I did not know it was actually dividends payout. And now we're looking at the potential of this for us to replace our income. It's doable. If you have the plan.
But it is still a long-term plan. It's not like 2 to 3 years. What we're looking is at least 10 years.
And I guess we'll go down based on our data. So I'll try put a screenshot here and there also based on the products that we actually utilize. And each value of the product, let's say. And the dividends payout that we have in there.
So I'm not going into detail, but I'll just go into each platform and
I mean you can if you want.
It's too
much. Okay.
Well, first we invested in ComSec.
I actually just
5.
Do a screenshot.
We have 5 of them, and the value yesterday when I just quickly looked into the account how much we have, it was $9,000 in there that we invested. And then early of this month in January 23, we had $46 into that account.
That's January.
January. So 46 in ComSec, and then ComSec Pocket we got 7 in there.
Just before we go on, we can do the comparison between last time if you want.
Later.
Okay.
Not much comparison. I'll say at the end.
Okay, good job.
So here.
So the next one will be ComSec Pocket. We invested over 1, 2, 3, 7 different products or so, which is the whole entire ComSec Pocket. And overall, we put down just under $15,000. And the dividends payout as of January, we received roughly about $53 or so. And then the next one?
And the next one, I think our current favorite is Vanguard. We got 4 ETF or trusted fund in there. It was $29,000. And from the dividend, we received $400 in there. $400.
Now, if you look at comparison so far, that's probably got the biggest.
And the next one?
The next one will be Raise. Raise, I guess, our baby, our startup.
Yes, the firstborn.
The very first one.
First child.
That one there is at the current stage is 29,900, or the time that you actually recorded this. The payout figure was $174, and that's actually reinvested to the account.
Next one is
Spaceship.
I was amazed because when I first recorded my
excuse me,
my dividend payout in spreadsheet in July 2022, Spaceship did pay dividend, and then I checked again, and anywhere it didn't pay any dividend, and I checked in Google. Apparently, they don't pay dividend anymore. The income,
reinvested.
The income is reflected by the unit price, so which means you can't tell anyway. I don't know. I can't tell. And total investment across all these products, we had $103,000.
And with the total of dividends payout as of January, roughly $680, just under $680.
And you were saying we comparing from January 23 to October 22. So
so as a whole,
identical. 679.
The dividends in October 22 was 679, but the total valuation, if we were to liquid on that particular day, back in October, it was 97,000. So not only we have a few products or a few, I guess, ETF that is high growth. But I guess looking at capital growth, it's also the market going up and down.
Because from October, I don't think we did put more investment in there because we've been saving money for the car.
And if you look at that loan, like if we can just do that consistently, let's say $600 every quarter or so. Is that right?
Well, so what we're trying to invest is the ETFs or any managed fund. They pay quarterly. So we're not really focusing on capital gain. We're just looking for any ETF they pay quarterly and what's the percentage they pay. One of my favorite is Vanguard VHY. It's the Australian high yield dividend or high yield share because they pay quite nicely. And for the last year, I checked, it actually had a capital gain of just under 9% or 8%. So, it is. I think this year is a bit different, or last year is a bit different. But then it is quite rare they will have 8 to 9% capital gain. I normally expect 1 or 2% only. They catch up with inflation, or maybe inflation. Inflation has been like 4 or 5%, so that's why they're trying to catch it up. Vanguard been playing the high yield. VHY has been paying really good. So yesterday, I just invested another $3,000 in there.
But please be mindful, though, we're not your financial advice. This is based on our
money.
Our money, our performance, our portfolio.
And our strategy.
So
it is not something that suitable for everyone. But it's just our favorite.
This is based on our journey in a way, in order for us to achieve FIRE, in order for you to replace, for us anyway, to replace our income from our job. So I've been tracking data since last year, July, October, and January. And dividend, normally they pay the final dividend is the most, which is in July 22. So based in this result in July, we had 1,500, just under that. In July?
And then October 680. And then in January 680. So I did calculation like an assumption. Let's assume we're not going to pay more money or market goes as it is hypothetically. So I'll receive 3 lots of 680 per year because of the dividend. And then one final dividend for 15. Then we'll receive 3,500. A year.
3.5 grand, let's say, for a year.
Now, so investment.
If I look at that, so if you're earning about $1,000 per week, so that's roughly just over 3.5 weeks of your wage that we don't have to actually work for. Go on.
So if 3,500 and based on our capital is 100,000, that's 3.5%. It's not too bad, I'll say. I expect 4%. Normally average is 4%, but I think it will average it out to 4. So if 3.5% a year, and we have a goal for, first goal is $1 million in there.
On all of these ETFs spread across sporadically.
Yeah. Then we'll have at least $35,000 on dividend.
That's the idea.
Yes, that's our plan. So each week, which is 670. It's not much, but at least I'll say one person don't have to work full time, because you will have less expenses on your on like, you know, car, going out, buying food, you know, traveling time. When you quit your job, you actually don't spend as much, because we didn't work full time before, and our expenses was just so little.
It all depends on where you are in life as well, and what is it that you're trying to achieve. We are pretty much frugal people. We don't really go out much.
What are you talking about last night?
Well, I was about to say the odd occasion, we go out and splurge for ourselves, but not every week we go out there.
No, we don't.
So,
but I think life is just, you have to have a plan, you have to budget, and then stick with your plan accordingly, and then you still have to spend money. Life is about enjoying, not just frugal all the time.
So I will, I guess, put down a slideshow so somehow showing you guys out based on what we have in here.
Yes.
Anyway, hopefully this type of information gives you a little bit of understanding where we're at, what our plan is, and how we go about doing things financially. If you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe, comment.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.